2000. I believe in 2005. Jeffrey Epstein is arrested. Jeffrey Epstein is arrested like a wig. So he's not going to do it. So he's not going to do it. Unlike a Saturday system. Unlike a Saturday says, Mr. Epstein, your neighbor would like to invite you over for coffee. So my wife and I go next door. There's a massage table in the middle of the room, and candles all around and stuff.
Got a lead against the Joker.
And he said,
and your bet just cashed.
That's funny.
DraftKings is the best place to bet the biggest stars in the game. New customers bet $5, get $300 if your bet wins. Paid in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
My wife and I will decide that I will never with that disgusting person. So I was never in the room with him. So I was never in the room with socialism.
With Ring, you can protect your home or anywhere.
I was there.
Is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Did you in fact make the visit? Did you in fact make your visit to private island, Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch. I was on a boat going across on a family vacation. My wife.
Did you in fact make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I had another couple. I did with you. They were there as well with their children. They were there as well with their children. And we had lunch on the left. That's true. For an hour, my nanny left with all of my children all together. With my nanny and my wife, we're not all together through family vacation. We're not about that. It just suggest there was anything untoward about that. Recall well did it. I don't recall why we did it.
It works
So he said he broke all ties with him. So he said he broke all ties with it in 2005 because he was putting down that visit. Turns out in Florida, every massage table turns out that in fact he kept that relationship up well. And records in fact Epstein's Island in 2012. Records show Lutnick and Epstein invested in the same private company shortly after that lunch in 2012. That Epstein had attempted to contact Lutnick about real estate deals. Years later, in 2015, Lutnick appeared to invite Epstein to an intimate Hillary Clinton function. Then in 2017, Epstein donated $50,000 to a charity, and Lutnick's unemphasized Lutnick denying criminal involvement and emphasized appearing in the files does not that's true David French, but also the audacity. That's true David French, but also the audacity of the lie he told just 4 months ago. That was in October. 4 months ago that I wanted nothing to do with these gross. I saw the table. I told my wife never again. And now the files, documents, evidence contradict it.
I'm so glad that clip was showed because look at the conviction that he had with this lie. Painting himself as a man, immediately identify how bad Epstein was and how the interviewer was so obviously impressed with his stand. And then the way he tells the actual truth. My kids, my nannies, no, nothing. At this point, you're reaching a stage of play in the United States of America where you cannot believe a word, not a word that comes from a single Trump official's mouth. And then we're often getting to the point where whether it's a Department of Homeland Security press release, whether it is the Vice President of the United States describing the shooting that just occurred on the street, whether it's somebody talking about the relationship with Epstein, we're almost reaching the point of the presumption of fabrication, the presumption of a lie, that it's going to be the opposite of what they're saying. And the thing that's concerning, though, is a lot of these initial lies, they get broadcast very widely in right-wing media. So a narrative fits in, and then the truth is not equally broadcast. And so the lie just keeps sticking and sticking and sticking. And the truth, of people who are outside of the Trump bubble, outside of the MAGA bubble, those folks learn the truth. But inside that MAGA bubble, I wonder how much of this actually penetrates. As vivid as that is, as shocking as that is, I wonder.
Coming up on Morning Joe.
We won with highly educated. We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
Oh my gosh. That's how President Trump framed his support in 2016 among voters who don't hold college degrees. Fast forward to today, and new polling shows that support is collapsing. We're going to run through the numbers straight ahead on Morning Joe.
It's Pods Epic Savings Event. Save up to 25% on moving and storage until February 16th. And see why Pods is America's #1 container moving company. Whether you're relocating or renovating, save up to 25% at pods.com today.
Arthritis causes pain in your joints. Unlike pills, Voltaren gel is applied penetrating deep through the skin to the joint, reducing intense pain caused by inflammation, so you can move more free. Clinically proven, long-lasting arthritis pain relief.
Meet Cancel. She's a credit. She doesn't know that canceling older credit cards when they're paid off can decrease the length of her history. Don't canceling. Learn how to use credit records like credit records.
At Amazon, hourly employees earn an average of over $23 an hour.
All right,
Megacom.
Bought that 20. Guess this is mine now. 2 minutes left. Amazon.
Amazon apprenticeships training and apprenticeships can move hourly employees into higher paying robots, like robotics. And that's a win you can count on.
Oklahoma versus Georgia. Early first half, not really going to talk about basketball because it was delayed. A popcorn machine is on fire at the concession stand, dog. I guess a new arena is coming soon, courtesy of Trey Young, who's part of that strong alumni base. Fire gets put out, but Sooners head coach Porter
When dry eyes need a boost.
I looked up and I'm like, add it to the list. I've never seen it.
Up to 10 hours of relief to help
huge
you
play. I mean,
keep going. Relief with every blink.
Would never happen in Georgia. They know how to cook.
She's really getting up there.
Sunday afternoon on ABC.
Yeah, she is. Don't feel your age. Act your age. Ask the cream.
Pain in multiple spots like here or here. Salon Pos patches. And stick firmly and remove comfortably. Once your pain is gone. Salon Pos. It's good medicine.
When I started Laura Geller Beauty over 25 years ago, I realized there weren't enough makeup options for women, so I put together an amazing kit of everyday products for women over 40. I call it the daily routine.
Your mental health is better. But having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, can feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor questions suicidal thoughts or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions. If you become depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling of nerves, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and take Ingrezza if allergic. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Taking control starts with asking your doctor about
These might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Townsend and I have known each other for more than a decade. Tussling in politics and policy.
To hear this guy
Simone Sanders Townsend and I have known each other for more than a decade. Tussling politics and policy. She was
We are positioning ourselves at the intersection of culture and politics.
Pocket is where we talk about what we see and hear in the news. So you can start to talk about what we see here in the clock. So you can search Drop Thursdays for ad-free content. Subscribe to Drop Thursdays.
What I liked about all that sound is a lot of breaks. And then
CBS News is reporting that less than 14% of the nearly 400,000 ICE arrests that occurred during the first year of Trump's second term involved individuals with violent criminal charges or convictions. And that's just worth underscoring. Not only has it become so terrible politically for this White House and Republicans, but the numbers simply aren't there. They are not doing what they said. White House and Republicans. The numbers simply aren't there.
Numbers aren't there, like you said. I mean, Barack Obama got a lot of his numbers up by going into the prisons in California and New York, a lot of the bigger states. And if there were people that came here illegally and were in jail in New York, they got deported. There were administration early on was able to get some cooperation, were able to get those numbers up a little bit higher. But as libertarians institute Institute, Cato, put out a study a few weeks ago that shows now that number has dropped all the way to 7%. So about 7% of the people that are being stopped and detained by ICE, only 7% of people have criminal records and are violent criminals. So yeah, the worst of the worst? No, not even close, not anymore. And the fact that they still have these quotas is just crushing not only the people of Minneapolis and St. Paul and Minnesota and other places across America, but also crushing Republicans' hopes of winning back the House. It is politically toxic to do this, and yet for some reason they can't stop winning back the House. It is maybe one of the reasons President Trump's support among non-college voters, the group that helped put him in the White House, is collapsing. It's huge. President Trump's support, I can't tell you how that helped put him in the White House is collapsing. It's huge. I can't tell you how huge that is. That's according to a CNN analyst, which points out that in 2024, the president held a 14-point advantage in this group over Kamala Harris. He's now underwater by 9 points. That's a 23-point swing away from Donald Trump and the Republican Party. One of the most important parts, of course, of their coalition with establishment. The founder and the director of the Center for Politics at the University of Virginia, Larry Sabdo. You know, Larry, I remember back reading an article after I got elected way back in 1994, a shocking number. It said working families making under $30,000. We Republicans in 94 won that group, and I was like, what the world's going on here? I think that I'll be Union Democrat. And then I saw a stat in 2024, Kamala Harris lost families making less than $50,000. Working families have been moving towards Republicans, as you know better than anybody, for 30 years, maybe even 40 years. Talk about how significant. As somebody that studied this so closely through the years, when you see numbers like that about working Americans moving away from Donald Trump and Republicans, talk about what you see there, the warning signs.
Well, the warning signs have been flashing, as you said, Joe, for decades. And actually, I take it back to the 60s and 70s. That's really when social issues, cultural issues began to cleave working-class Americans from the Democratic Party. Now, they came back at various points, but once you cleave a group from a party, it's easier to get them to do it a second time, a third time, a fourth time. And before you know it, they are regularly voting for the party they used to, and that has happened with working class, working class to non-college voters. We used to call them blue collar voters, but we switched to white non-college. And particularly in white non-college males, they're much more likely to vote for the Republicans and for Trump than are white non-college females.
New users get a $50
much more still ahead on Morning Joe Weekend. Stay with us.
Right now. Huge savings. Your credit journey starts here with a secure self-employed card with high approval rates. It's a great option whether you're just starting out or rebuilding your credit and as you use it and make payments on time. Build your credit one step at a time. Visit Self to apply.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it is still not under control. Now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema. Some felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days. And some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear, almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and blood. Serious infections, blood clots, infections, cancers including renal cancer, skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, this risk factor. Tell your doctor if you don't take of allergic or have an infection or see.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. See a head-to-head study of Rinvoq versus another treatment at Rinvoq.com/see the data. Talk to your dermatologist if you're not doing well on current pill or addiction to see if Rinvoq is right for you.
When dry eyes need a boost,
to see if Rinvoq is right for you.
When dry eyes need a boost.
Number 9, I love a Great Dane. Check out the
Up to
buttons on the
10
suit. Never turn
hours
down
free
Cherry Danish.
to help you.
The USA against
Up to
Denmark.
10
We celebrate
hours
Jack
with every
to
help you.
off the back of the goaltender's skate.
Sure.
Oh, man.
What about you?
Cementing a 6-3 win.
At Fisher Investments, we take the fiduciary to a whole new level, doing right by our clients in all aspects of our business.
Michigan and UCLA.
Right by our clients in all aspects of our business. We don't sell any commission-based products because as a fiduciary, we believe that's a conflict of interest. And how do your fees work as a fiduciary?
Let me explain.
Fisher, we have a transparent fee structured so we do better when you do better. The Fisher Investments clearly reference so we do better when you do better.
This is the story of the one
Top 10 table.
who knows well-prepared workdays take us to real
Number 3,
and
Princeton.
land right on time. Well-prepared workdays take That's why he counts on Granger right on time. With next-day delivery, that's professional-grade products. Granger helps ensure next-day delivery crew professional-grade thousands of passengers. Granger helps you fly through the day like clockwork. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, click for the ones who just stop by.
Flagpole rattling.
I won this Sunday.
Lori won $2,000 Tiffany earrings for just $1. And Joseph won an iPad for just $6. There's millions of fast options. So try today at DealDash.com. $50 in free credit and your first win guaranteed. DealDash.com.
At lunchtime, I definitely had body odor. I've tried everything and nothing worked. At lunchtime, I definitely had body odor. I've tried everything and nothing worked.
Louis is clinically proven to control the hundreds of odor reactions happening everywhere on your body right now. Proven to control the hundreds of odor reactions happening everywhere on your body right now.
Making the
Not just the
diamond
3 to 5
capture
happening in your
in the inning.
Rather than covering up odor with heavy fragrance, Looney actually stops odor before
Hockey
it's there.
East.
That's my
BU against
secret.
New Hampshire. Odd man rush for the Terriers. Cole Eiserman. A pass between his own legs to Jack Harvey, who buries it. BU wins 5-3. I won this.
D2 men's hoops, Central Missouri.
Lori won
Arkansas, Fort
$2,000
Smith.
Tiffany earrings for just
Syracuse.
$1. And Joseph won an iPad for just $6. There's millions of fast options. So try today at DealDash.com. For $50 in free credit and your first win guaranteed.
But number 1, behold the magic of the FA Cup. Leicester against Southampton. Oliver Skip. Overhead volley. Impossible to stop. Leicester, though, falls to Southampton 2-1.
Sports Center's Top 10 is brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
That is part of a performance by Marcel Marceau, the iconic French mime, best known for his sage persona. Marceau's legacy is now under a very different spotlight. With a new off-Broadway play that honors his courage and creativity. He helped stake Jewish children out of Nazi-occupied France in the 1940s. The play, titled Marcel, stars the Tony-nominated actor in the Ethan Slater in the title role of Marcel, and features the Jewish cast. It takes the audience through its journey of quiet resistance in the face. Ethan joins us now. He's also co-writer of the show. Also with us, the play's director and fellow co-writer. Marshall, our thanks to you both for being here this morning. The producer knocked down my original suggestion that we mime this interview.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. Yeah, no. So stand down.
All right, great.
In part because this is this is a pretty serious subject matter, one that other people, Ethan, a lot of folks don't know.
Yeah, it's this
about Marcel. So how did you discover it? Why were you drawn to it?
That I didn't know. Yeah, it's this piece of history that I was kind of shocked that I didn't know when I learned about. My obsession with Charlie Chaplin and these comedians, and I was Charlie Chaplin doing research. Time where Charlie Chaplin was being, and I put this in air quotes, accused of being Jewish. And so I was like, I don't think Charlie Chaplin was Jewish, I'm going to Google it. He became in France, whose mother took him to see Charlie Chaplin, and he became obsessed with this sense of being and what he eventually became, which is Marcel Marceau. As he grew up, he incorporated it into his sense of being and what he eventually became, which is Marcel Marceau. thank you. He's like, how's the baby? How's your wife? Can I get you guys anything? This might not be the right time, but did you know in 1944, I think it looked like the story of this man who would become the world's most famous mind, the story that was compelling on his face, not even silent terrorism in the face of fascism. Jewish fathers, the story that was compelling on his face, not even to mention the fact that we are, fascism is back. Jewish fathers raising very young Jewish children in a time when, fascism is back in the
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is there a particular resonance now because of the rise of fascism around the globe, but also the rise of anti-Semitism?
Yeah, look, I think that this story is obviously inspired by Marcel Marceau, but other artists at this time addressed Chaplin. These were artists who did not shy away from the horrors of their time. They addressed them head on with and they used the comedy. Is not about, our play is not about today. It's about 8 years ago. But I think we're not about shying away from the fact that it's a story about children who are being hunted by their own government, not because of what they did, but because of who they are. We don't shy away from that in our storytelling either.
How did you approach this role? He's obviously not just a real person, but a fake. Literally, what was the challenge?
Yeah,
what was the challenge?
Well, I think one of the fun parts about this is that you're preparing this for a role like this is that your homework is video watch, which is fun. Videos, which is fun. So I just watched as much Marcel Marceau as students of his. We talked with students of his to learn a little bit about his style. I read as much as I possibly could. But the fact is, he didn't talk a lot about this period in his life. There's a great interview where he talks about the beauty of growing older and understanding who you are. And he says, when I was 20 years old, it was a really hard time for me because I didn't yet know what I wanted to do. I didn't yet know what I wanted to do in my life. It's this gap. It's this
which
gap,
actually is the thing that we were
which actually is the thing that we were really interested in exploring. Also, it's this period of time. It's really traumatic moment for Marcel and his children. And how do you grow from that moment? How do you do it in a delightful, joyful? How do you do it in a delightful, joyful way? He was a bringer of delight to all. Yeah, preparing to do it in a delightful, joyful way. He was a bringer of delight to all. So, yeah, preparing for the role was really fun in that way. The thing that I did there was I studied. But I like to lead with physicality. I mean, I did SpongeBob. Approach it from the big thing that I did there was I studied how to move like SpongeBob, and I got to approach it from the outside in, and kind of was able to do the same thing with almost every job that I've done since then, and this isn't any different in a lot of ways.
So joyful is now playing at the timely, heavy, and perhaps not the SpongeBob along the way. Marcel on the Train is now playing at the Nina F. Angelson Theater in Manhattan. Tickets are available right now. You can find them at classicstage.org. Actor and co-writer Ethan Slater and director and co-writer Marshall Weekend on this Sunday morning. Enjoy the rest of your day and be sure to join us. That'll do it for Morning Joe Weekend on this Sunday morning. Enjoy the rest of your day and be sure to join us every weekday starting at 6 a.m. on MS Now.
Contact, the hook shot goes. Good morning. It is Sunday, Attorney General Penn. Good morning. It is Sunday, February 15th. New this morning, Attorney General Pam Bondi tells Congress, that's it, we're done. You're not getting any more Epstein files, while making it appear as if Donald Trump is just one of hundreds of famous people casually mentioned in the files. Then the clown speaks. That's how former President Barack Obama is describing what's happening in the current administration as he speaks out publicly for the first time about President Trump's racist video.
And our exclusive interview with former Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff on the brave new world of AI and the very real dangers of its development goes unchecked. Plus much more. So grab your coffee, settle in, and welcome to the weekend.
13 rebounds, 6 such games going. Welcome to the weekend. I'm Eugene Daniels along with Jack Out.